Isaiah chapter 32 begins with a prophecy about the coming reign of a righteous king, symbolizing the future hope of God's people. This king will bring justice, peace, and stability to the land. Isaiah contrasts the corruption and injustice of the current rulers with the coming of a just ruler who will govern wisely and protect the people. The chapter emphasizes that this ruler will not be swayed by personal gain or political pressure but will rule with fairness, bringing true security to the people. His leadership will restore order and righteousness to the land, providing a foundation of peace for all. The chapter continues by describing the transformation that will occur under this righteous king's rule. The oppressed and the downtrodden, symbolized by the blind and deaf, will have their conditions reversed. People who were once spiritually blind and deaf to God's message will be able to understand His truth and experience His salvation. The social conditions of the people will change, and even the most vulnerable, such as the poor and needy, will find protection and justice. The land will flourish, and righteousness will flow like a river, offering life and blessings to all who embrace it. Isaiah then shifts to a description of the judgment that will fall upon those who live in complacency and sin. The people who have lived in luxury and indulgence, focusing only on their own pleasures, will face a time of reckoning. The fertile land and prosperous cities will become desolate as a result of their lack of righteousness and their exploitation of the poor. This judgment serves as a warning to those who have ignored the call for justice and repentance. The chapter emphasizes that living in selfishness and greed will lead to spiritual and material ruin, and the people must change their ways if they are to avoid destruction. The chapter concludes with a promise of hope and restoration for those who are faithful. Isaiah speaks of a future time when God's Spirit will be poured out upon the people, bringing a renewal of life and righteousness. The land will once again be fruitful, and peace will prevail. This future restoration will be characterized by justice, security, and the presence of God's Spirit. Those who have been faithful and have turned from their sinful ways will experience a time of peace and prosperity, as God's blessing will cover the land. This vision of the future encourages the people to trust in God's promises and to look forward to the fulfillment of His righteous reign. Let's now read Isaiah chapter 32. Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment. And a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. And the eyes of them that see shall not be dim, and the ears of them that hear shall hearken. The heart also of the rash shall understand knowledge, and the tongue of the stammerer shall be ready to speak plainly. The vile person shall be no more called liberal, nor the churl said to be bountiful. For the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity, to practice hypocrisy, and to utter error against the Lord, to make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail. The instruments also of the churl are evil, he deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. But the liberal deviseth liberal things, and by liberal things shall he stand. Rise up, ye women that are at ease, hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones, strip you, and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. Upon the land of my people shall come up thorns and briars, yea, upon all the houses of joy in the joyous city. Because the palaces shall be forsaken, the multitude of the city shall be left, the forts and towers shall be for dens forever, a joy of wild asses, a pasture of flocks. Until the Spirit be poured upon us from on high, and the wilderness be a fruitful field, and the fruitful field be counted for a forest. Then judgment shall dwell in the wilderness, and righteousness remain in the fruitful field. And the work of righteousness shall be peace, and the effect of righteousness quietness and assurance forever. And my people shall dwell in a peaceable habitation, and in sure dwellings, and in quiet resting places. When it shall hail, coming down on the forest, and the city shall be low in a low place. Blessed are ye that sow beside all waters, that send forth thither the feet of the ox and the ass. This ends our reading of Isaiah chapter 32.